Jason Palace here at the 2-Day Investment Blueprint. Seller waltz. So people hit us up all the time and everybody says, hey, I really want to learn the blueprint. I really want to learn your seller waltz, how you close a property owner when you disagree on price or they're unrealistic on price or whatever. So here is one of the tips out of the 8 different ways that we do it. Here's one of them, okay? So you can always flip a property owner if you offer them things that other people don't offer them, right? Everybody does a cash offer. Everybody beats them up about the roof and the foundation to justify their price. And then they half-heartedly follow up and they wonder why they're not closing deals, right? So you need to get really good at a waltz, okay? So here's probably the 5th technique out of the 8 different ways, 9 different ways that we turn them from a no or difference in price into money. And this one's on partnering. Offer a partnership deal with them. As an example, you've made a cash offer, they're here, you're here. We teach you should expect that every time because that's just the beginning, right? But then you go into a full-blown waltz, trying to work with them multiple different ways to strike a deal. One of them is that you talk to them about partnering. And so a technique that we do is this. Hey, look, Mr. Smith, I know you wanted 100 for a house, and I think that my boss would be closer to 75. Another way that we can maybe work with you, my boss might be able to get closer to that 100 that you're looking for so that we can be a solution and come to an agreement, is that we'll partner with you. So instead of us just buying it for cash at 70, 75 or whatever, we'll partner with you. My boss may agree to do 90, 95, maybe even 100 if you're willing to partner with us, which simply means this. We'll come to an agreement and say, hey, you can get the first 100,000 on the property. We'll come in with the 50 grand that I think it'll take roughly to fix this house up. And we'll put it on the market and try and sell it for 200. You get the first 100, we'll come in with the 50 grand. We'll put it out there for 200 to try and make 50. And we might even give you 20% of that profit. So whereas before it's a cash offer, now we're talking about partnering with you where we can get you what you want, which is what you told us you're looking for. And you might even get 20% of the profit on the back end. The reason that we would do that is this. We don't have to buy the house. We don't have to go get insurance. We don't have to go get an appraisal done. All these things that start to save money help us come closer to your number, and we'll partner on it with you. Now, here's a pro level tip. If they say, hey, I'm interested in it, what you want to do on purpose, because they're probably going to tell you no, is get what you want on the back end, and this will show you how dirty we are. You're going to say, yeah, so my boss will partner with you. We'll probably go on title together. They'll probably go, I don't want you on title. I'm willing to partner. I'm open to it, but I don't want you on title. And you're going to tell them, hey, look, if we put 50 grand in the property, and then you say, hey, thanks for fixing it up, I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I'm fired, right? I'll be fired. And so I have bills to pay. I have a family to support. That ain't going to happen. But I understand where you're coming from. I'll tell my boss, but at the very least, if we don't have to be on title with you, at the very least, if we put 50 grand into the property, we'll probably just put a deed against it that needs to be paid off. You're on title. We're not. We have a deed for the money we put in that needs to be paid at some point. And so I'll tell my boss, but we can work it that way. So you're on title by yourself, but we have a lien against it for the money that we put into it so that we know at least we'll get our money back. And the reason you do that is this. You don't want to be on title with them because then you have to agree. Nobody likes to have to agree with somebody, right, if they don't want to agree. But if you're a deed against title, you're going to make that deed come due in 4 months. So if for any reason they give you any heartburn or start to get wishy-washy, whatever, the notes do. They have to pay you the 50 grand. If they don't, you take the house. How you like me now? Okay, so get good at the seller waltz. There's multiple ways to close a deal that other people can't see. They walk out the door and half-heartedly follow up. But if you can strike a deal multiple different ways, every appointment becomes meaningful at that point. Every seller will remember you because you offered more ways than anybody they've ever spoke to, and you're going to get a lot of those deals. So this is just one way to do it, okay? Oh, and by the way, if you had to buy it for 80, 90, 100 and put 50 into it to try and make 50, it's a 30-something% return. If you do the partnering technique and you put in 50 to try and make 50, but you even give them 20% of the 50, you put in 50 to make 40, that's an 80% return on your money. Starting to get it now? Okay, use these techniques, start waltzing sellers, and you'll make a lot more money. Talk to you soon. For more good information, always look us up on 2-Day Investment Blueprint or 2dayblueprint.com.